Hey, Matt Sitter here, CEO of AFN. I am very excited to talk to Ron Dixon today. He is the winner of our Patty Brandmeier 2023 Resilience Award. And so it's awesome to be able to give it to Ron, whose company CareHive has had an interesting journey. Ron, maybe can you tell us just a little bit about your company and about the role that you play within the organization?
Yeah, certainly, Matt. And again, thanks for having me, and I really appreciate this. Um, it's a real honor because I think at the heart of any entrepreneur, it's being resilient is just a must. CareHive is a it's you'd call it a digital health company, but we're really focused on chronic disease care and leveraging data science to really understand a population and slicing and dicing that population so that you can actually target people within it, and then leveraging asynchronous software so that instead of having people come in for appointments or trying to call everybody, now you actually can en masse use technology to engage people and then hold their hand to get them to the right endpoint that the business that you're working with, typically a health insurer, wants you to get to. And then, in addition to this first piece where we're combining data science, and then the second piece with software and human capital to help navigate people, there's a third piece where we're leveraging data science and analytics on the back end to really measure the return on investment that the plan is making in real time.
Making life better for the payer. They're paying out less, better for the patient, better for the organization. Good triple threat. So you talked about the entrepreneur's journey, lots of ups and downs around it. Can you tell us? I think about it as your journey to 2.0 for
Yeah.
CareHive. But can you tell us a little bit about, the resilience that you've had to have shown?
I met the investors while I built the base technology for what is now CareHive while I was a physician at Mass General. And we lifted that intellectual property from Mass General into CareHive. But when I came to the other company, they were focused on urgent care to the patient's home, and unfortunately, it wasn't working out as a business. And basically, the investors asked me if I would basically pivot the company towards what the thesis of the company that I had created at Mass General was called Healthcare 360. And they said, let's pivot to that thesis, but you're going to have to wait until you have clients before um, we can really scale up the company. So they kind of asked me to hold things fairly steady, which means pretty much uh, trim the workforce significantly and kind of keep just a bare bones chassis going. When that lasted several months, and it meant laying off people that I knew, people that had just been recently hired, um, and then nursing along some deals that would allow us to then really rebirth as the company that I just described. You have to be optimistic. You also have to be realistic.
Yeah.
And you have a group of people who you're, responsible for, and you want them to be also optimistic and realistic. And you have to guide them through this kind of waiting period where you'll have bursts of work and then some waiting, and that's just the nature of the game.
You having to lay off people, you having to pivot, you having to be patient, there is a degree of personal toll that can come along with that. Is there anything that you did to help make sure that you were keeping your tank full?
So I definitely use my mentorship network. I have some really good advisors. Obviously, you've been helpful. And then over time, like I definitely needed to figure out ways to, keep kind of mentally sane. And I sometimes did music, so I do music, as a hobby. So I would definitely do that. Sometimes in the middle of the day, take 15 minutes off to do that. Exercise. was very important. And then keep talking to other entrepreneurs who, some of whom are going through similar things or have gone through similar things. That makes it a lot easier to manage. And then I have a great partner in my business that is really helpful. And I think you really need that because you can't do this alone.
How are you thinking about AFN or CareHive going forward?
Well, now that I'm officially joined, I think there's some really valuable, I think, educational pieces that I can leverage and learn off of, or people on my team can leverage or learn off of. So I'm just looking forward to the content and then the support and the learning from the kind of the monthly CEO groups. I've done one of those before. I found it very helpful. I took time off again to try to save on burn last year, but I think it's so important that it's something I'm willing to spend some money on because I think it's really valuable to be talking to other CEOs and learning from them. That time is really important because it's time to think about your business with other people, but while you're not in your business. And some of that is the best thinking that you do.
Very excited to be able to celebrate you as an example of resilience, and such a pleasure to have you as a member of AFN.